good.
So let's see. All right, looks like we got some audio now. Yeah, we got some audio now. I don't know what was going on then, but we got some audio now. It looks like.
Start
Back
up
to it.
again.
But okay. So now that we got some audio, people can hear us. We
Okay,
can
yeah.
we can get to it now.
Cool, cool.
So man, I was looking at some different things in the market today, right?
Mhm.
And I'm looking at so of course we know Nasdaq is starting to tank out a little bit. It dropped out a little bit. I think we
Right.
were calling that anyway. You know, we've already been
Yeah.
talking about pullbacks, all this type of stuff. So nothing new on that front. But now, a lot of people are, starting to be a little cautious. You see that the Fed, did you see the Fed? I mean, they come out saying
I
that they want
do.
to do three rate hikes next year, and then they want to do
Yeah.
three rate hikes in 2023. That's aggressive. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And you could see the kind of change. And as soon as that news came out, you saw things start to shoot. And then everybody had their pullback. So I'm
yeah,
curious to
exactly.
we see what happens when they announce stuff like that. So yeah,
Yep.
that's an indication.
Yeah, for sure. And that's crazy. So that's six rate hikes in the next 2 years. So of course they're probably just going to be like 0.25 each. But even with 0.25 each, that's going to get us back to about 1.5. Because I
Okay.
think we're at zero now.
Right.
So four of them will get you to one.
Yep.
And then yeah, so 1.5 roughly. We'll be between 1.5, 1.75. Still not
And that's
high.
I wonder if they're scaling it like that would make a little more sense.
Yeah, it's still not high, but at the same time, you know, you did move up a whole percentage point now. And when you start
Hmm.
talking about like large numbers and things like that, 1 and 2% can be very big numbers.
Right.
So I see, definitely what everybody is looking at and why the market is definitely reacting how it is. Because it makes sense. I mean, people are gonna start bottom lines are about to start getting hit.
Hmm.
Um all that type stuff. So
I mean, there's a lot of I saw a lot of these pullbacks are happening, but they weren't like super drops. They were noticeable
yeah,
pullbacks, but it wasn't something like dropping out of the sky, losing
yeah,
30-40%, nothing like that. So
yeah. Yeah, it just looks like more of a correction period.
yeah.
Because it, I,
And a lot of things have been hitting those peaks as well.
mm-hmm,
We've seen the market kind of spread out there. So that's what he and I were saying last time. It's good that at least we have some fluctuation within the market and be able to play both sides.
yeah, definitely have to love that luxury of being able to play on both sides.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't take that luxury. I don't know why they don't take that luxury, but that's one of the luxuries of actually trading is the fact
Hmm.
that you can trade on both sides. Like, and it's not anything legal, illegal about it. Rather, it's all legal. You can
Right.
make money on it going down. Like, you can be a bear. You can profit on people's decline. There's nothing wrong with that. Other people would just be sitting back looking at you like, how are you making money? Because a lot of people don't understand that short the market concept.
Hmm.
More and
And it's
more
funny.
people I talk to, I find out
You'll
that a
look
lot
at
of
it
people.
like when people will look at it and say, if anything, that's just an indicator that you need to flip your trade. And everybody takes it, oh, it's negative, like, all right, handle it and then go into something else. So,
Yeah, it's like, man, do you not understand that this negative can make you so much money so much faster? Like,
exactly.
but it is what it is.
I'll
I,
take the elevator with the money.
yeah, exactly. I'll take it. You guys can keep riding that escalator. I'll take
Yeah,
the
waiting
elevator.
on it.
Yeah, I would definitely take the elevator.
Yeah.
I see Rivian. They're part of this sell off now.
Hmm.
Their shares have slid after they cut the production expectations for 2021 EV production expectations.
Okay.
But I want to say like they may have that miscalculated or not mis I'm sorry, not miscalculated. They may have that article mistyped because I mean we're ending 2021 now, like it's the
Mhm.
16th of 2021. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be ramping up cars in the next 2 weeks to deliver. So I'm pretty sure that should be like 2022 EV production expectations.
Okay.
But I'm seeing it on CNBC. You know they're talking about it, and
Yeah.
that
I
right
mean,
there is that right there
that's
is pretty big because I mean like that's the EV market. You know,
right.
this is what Joe Biden is supposedly saying that he's going to rejuvenate just like himself. So
I say if he actually can keep his word this
yeah,
time,
Regeneron Joe is not regenerating nothing.
nothing. There are some upset people with him.
And I will say this, like he was claiming, I mean, claiming hard that this bill that he was passing and getting, pushed through was
Hmm.
gonna have some type of relief at the gas pumps and all this. And I mean, like the only thing I've seen is it got higher. So I mean, I don't know, like, what is this guy really doing? Like, who
I
is
mean,
our
he's talking,
president?
not extending student loan relief. We're not going with a lot of the promises that were made, and
Yeah, he doesn't care. Like all that stuff that he ran on is like out the window. Hey, I got you. It's like
right.
we just needed to get Trump out of there. Okay, we got Trump out of there. That was the real mission. We were just telling you anything so we can get him out of there. Okay, now back to normal. And it's like, man, that's kind of messed up that you would run on things like that,
Hmm.
have people so united, so like thinking that this was going to be a big change and this, that, and the other. And I mean, it feels just like, just a big disappointment, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this rate, it's kind of just we haven't seen what any of the. And it's funny, we talked about the stocks that he wanted to kind of influence. And we thought that would have the same pump of the market, but considering he hasn't done anything, there's no movement within those. So
Mm-mm. And what I
yeah,
was also thinking, man, is that maybe I don't know. Like at least Trump, I didn't like a lot of things that he did do. I didn't like a lot of views that he had. But at least my man did go out here and put fear in other countries. Like they were
yeah,
respecting us, like we weren't getting all these bad deals and stuff, and we weren't seeing just prices just skyrocket like how they are now. Like it's just crazy.
yeah,
Now, could he handle things differently? Oh yeah, he could have definitely handled a lot of different things a whole
yeah,
lot better than what he did.
yeah.
So I'm definitely not an advocate saying that he was the best president that we ever had. But I will say that he at least put his foot down and he knew business in a sense. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's the best businessman either because he bankrupt so much stuff,
Yeah.
but he knew how to be a bully.
That's
you
true.
know. And he
He's
knew, like, look, man, we're not gonna spend money on this. We're gonna spend money on this. Because
yeah,
I still don't understand why America spends so much money on relief for other countries, and we don't spend it to relieve our own citizens.
ourselves. Yep.
Like, why don't? And I'm not saying that we need to just stop all of our humanitarian efforts around the world. But I will say that why don't we just focus on the home country for about 4 years?
Get
4 or
ourselves right.
5 years, just only focus on us. I'm not saying never
Yeah.
send money to another country. I'm not saying that.
Hmm.
But for at least a 4 to 5 year period, just focus on us. Just
Right.
focus on getting our debt right. Just focus on getting our homeless situation under control. Let's focus on
Absolutely.
our issues in the states and not
Right.
focus on the issues in other countries that have no
Nope.
they don't do anything for us. Like, okay,
Hmm.
yeah, we may be able to get some political ties with this, but how does that affect our daily lives at this point right now? Like, it's not. And yeah, we may be able to trade with them and get a few things cheaper or something like
Yeah.
that if we negotiate correctly. But I mean, like, is it really worth it spending all this money and all our resources on them when we could have easily just invested in our own people. I mean, all that money that we spent out, we could have easily just paid our people here. They're always talking about they don't want to pay the payroll here because it's so expensive, this, that, and the other. Well, I mean, you just keep the money in house, and now it's not going overseas. Yeah, I mean, like it's too much like right though. But I do see, cheap labor. Cheap labor is always going to win out because it makes your bottom line grow. But I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of money that flows out that shouldn't flow out. I'll say that too.
I mean, even looking at the government spending, they were even looking at how much that was approved for, and like the where that could have gone. The uses of that money, and even let's go down to 1 trillion, not a few hundred trillion.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there's just no plan to do just like you were saying, keep printing money.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh man, we can print it. Like, are the printers working? Do we got ink? Okay, keep them going. Go. No plan, man. No plan.
Yeah.
And then you get stuck with all this stuff. And I mean, like, because spending money is not going to get you out of a situation where you need to be saving money.
Right.
It's only making the situation worse. Or redirecting funds to somewhere else. I mean, if a household operated how the government operates, they would have the worst credit score ever. They would not have anything. All of the creditors would be at their door. Because why? You just keep adding on your debt, and you're not cutting back anything. I think I saw some figures where if you converted it to like a home, like to what we would equate to like a regular home finance schedule, it would be like equating that we have accruing debt of a couple $1,000s that's happening every year.
Oh my
but
God.
We have we already have $192,000 in debt already. We're accruing more, and the only thing that we've cut back on is $386.
That was our attempt at doing better for the year.
So you $192,000 in debt, and you find a way to say, "Hey, man, we feel good about this. We're saving $300." Okay, you got 192,000.
Right, and then what?
Man. That's good that you cut back and got $300 back. That's good. Okay, what are you gonna do for this? For the other stuff, because you're still bringing in more debt every year because you're not stopping.
I don't think there's ever going to be a plan to stop unless it starts to actually affect some of the whales of the market, some of the bigger players of the economy. So until it starts to hurt their pockets, I mean, peons are what the rest of the people are.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I see that because of all this, they're saying that the Santa Claus rally is probably gonna not take off. Santa Claus got too fat, man. Reindeer can't get him in the air no more, man.
Oh gosh, now that he's been at home during COVID, eating chili.
Hey, he done got too big, man. Eating them Popeyes chicken sandwiches, man. Hey, can't get off the ground now, man.
Yeah.
Reindeer, they out of shape. Golly, man.
Anything. Everybody's been at home. Everyone, what was Christmas last year? So.
Elves don't know how to make toys no more, man. That's crazy.
They got to get back in the swing of things.
They got to. Because right now, man, this rally isn't going to lift off.
Yeah.
This rally that, you know how we close the year out usually.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
I mean, usually we've got a lot more spending, a lot more discretionary too that people have saved up for this. But now I'm looking at it like, Christmas snuck up. I'm like, what happened? There's no way we can have another. Thanksgiving didn't even really feel like it was a holiday since we haven't really been in that mode in a while.
Yeah, it blew by so fast.
Yeah. So
blew by so fast.
Was some of the picks that I was actually thinking about that it's kind of even right in news is going to be interesting this year because we may not have the same uptick like we do for Black Friday, for instance. We didn't see the same type of buyer and consumer spending. So.
Plus, you also got to look at it. Black Friday was stretched out over so many days.
That too.
It's not just one day anymore. One day. It used to be just one day. That's it. It's this one day. It's this Friday. It's not going to roll over into Saturday. It's not going to start on Thursday. It's going to be Saturday. I mean, it's going to be this Friday at this time, and it's only from this time to this time, and that's it. And all of the shopping got done in that small time frame. That's what Black Friday was, and that's why it was called Black Friday. Now this is like Black Month.
Exactly.
Black 2 weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Where the prices are stayed as low as possible so they could go get some money out of it. But I mean, I don't know. At this rate, it's gonna be either people have done their Christmas shopping, they've done it online, you know, I see a bunch of lines in the stores or anything of that nature.
Yeah. I'm seeing some reports of COVID, man.
And this thing is, I saw it related to sports and how it's starting to kind of take some controls too.
Mm-hmm. Sports is definitely getting rolled by it.
Yeah, taking it like they were
NBA
talking about
for sure.
The NFL getting hit by it hard and having to put some more restrictions in, or even limiting fan bases from showing up. So.
NBA, I don't know about the fan base part, but I know that they're getting hit hard by it too.
Really?
Apple, they've delayed their returns to their corporate office indefinitely. So they were setting like all these high goals and saying that they're going to be back, this, that, and the other. Well, they are not going back indefinitely.
So they're on the same type of time as Twitter then. I mean, I think that I feel like that was going to be the way things were going to roll out. We just were.
People were so optimistic and so like, we're going to rush this thing through. It's not going to be anything. We're just going to do this and do that. And then, like, if you really think about it, like, it's been 2 years now. Like, what's the purpose of going back to an office now if you've been working consistently, growing, doing all of this for 2 years now?
People have gotten more adjusted now to being out of the office. It's going to take a lot to get people back in that mode of
adapting to go back to an office after working and doing your job at a high level for 2 years. You can't tell anyone that's been doing their job for 2 years from the home, from the house, that you're not doing a good job. We need you back in the office. It's like from what I'm talking about a lot of companies, what a lot of them are reporting is that they've seen upticks in productivity since this. So would you really want to mess up your uptick in productivity by forcing the people to come back to work? Or inside of the office?
The people don't want to pay for the building spaces and that renting of it.
That too. You don't have to pull this big building down. You don't have all these bodies that you have to account for just certain things, for just to be in compliance with certain things.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be difficult for them to reinstate these policies of people traveling an hour to work, an hour back. You're getting there at 7 a.m. ready to go. Like, people have adjusted their whole lives now to being able to work. So, the only people that I'm seeing that are saying that this whole work thing and we need to go back in the office is HR, just because of their image of what work life is supposed to be.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, like, it depends on what HR you talk to, I guess.
That too. And I'm surprised a lot of these big corporations, though, like Twitter and Apple, have taken this stance where, I mean, they've got so many employees. So it would be tough for them to be able to monitor everybody, but at the same time, you can't tell where people are going, what they're doing outside of the the workplace. So might as well keep everybody separate.
Yeah, for sure. I see that the CDC, they're recommending Pfizer and Moderna over the Johnson & Johnson due to
that as well.
They said due to the rare blood clot diseases that cases that Johnson.
I'll say the concoction returns.
Yeah. So the baby powder bandits are back at it.
I saw this week actually the number one recruit for Florida, wide receiver and cornerback in Georgia, switched his offer to Georgia Jackson State.
Yep.
I didn't know
he is not going to Florida State anymore. He had been committed to Florida State since 2020.
crazy.
He is
signed a
now
$1 million deal at NIL with Barstool.
he is now with Jackson State. Go
Stealing
Tigers.
people's
Go
talent. Right.
Tigers. And I had a cousin, man. She went down there. She follows them everywhere. So I know this is like big thing for her, man. Like, hey, that Jackson State fan base is going crazy right now. They got prime time. They landed prime time. They just went and dominated the SWAC this year. They're getting the #1 overall. Like I saw today, he was #2. I don't know if he's #1 or #2. All I know is that he is one of the #1 or #2 top person in the whole nation. Yeah. And he's going to Jackson State. So hey, HBCU pride around here, man.
Right, and that's what everybody. And I saw that there were also a lot of different companies that have been trying to look at like these NIL things and offers that they're making. I mean, they're giving these kids a lot of money. So I wonder if there's going to be something where they're doing. These schools have to now take into account. Okay, I mean, we got millionaire kids on campus now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure they don't blow this within a year, 2 years, and come out of here broke, or at least so they have some, something foundation.
Does it really matter to the school? Because I mean, this has been my take. This has always been my take. So my take is this: school is for school. It's for academics. Right. So me personally, how I view it, I was an athlete when I was younger and all that stuff. So I see both sides. Sure. Me personally, though, at the same time, I'm gonna always say that school is supposed to be school. Sure. If all of these schools, I don't care if it was Alabama, Michigan, Georgia, Tennessee, I don't care what school you throw up there. If they did not have any sports, the school would still exist. Would they have money? The school might not have as much money, but the school would still exist because the school is there for education. You go to that school to get a degree. You don't go to the school to watch football games as a student. Right. You don't go there to watch basketball games as a student. Mm-hmm. The whole student body is not on athletics. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's only a very, very, very small percentage of that student body that is athletes. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is going to school for an education so that they can better themselves in the world, so that they can understand their craft a little bit better, so that they can get more money at their job, all this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. School will still exist without sports. So that's one thing that we can take into account. So I hate the fact that they use the money that could be earmarked for lower income kids that really want to go to school but have no means to get there. But yet you let this guy who does not care about education, not one bit, cares nothing about school, nothing about academics or any of that such. He just wants to play a sport, basketball, football, baseball, whatever it is. Right. He just wants to come there, take that spot, use that money, and then go and make even more money. Yeah. I'm fine with that. But the thing is, if you're now going to pay these guys for that NIL stuff, make them pay for school. Why do they need a athletic scholarship if I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars anyway? If I'm coming to this school, why am I going to this school for free? Why can't I pay for this school now? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how I view it because it's school. Now we need another route. If we're gonna have it to the point where we got guys that say, look, I don't want to go to school. All I want to do is play this sport and go pro. We need another avenue for that. Sure. We don't need to be taking.
Now you see they're doing that with basketball. Coming out of high school and allowing you to go straight in instead of taking that route to college.
Because down here in Atlanta, they're making a complex right down here in Atlantic Station, which is where the high schoolers and all that stuff are going to be able to come. And I think they can make up to like $100,000 or something to play. And then they go, but that's something outside of going to college route. Like I said, I know it's kids out here that want to do that. And I'm not saying punish these guys by making them go to school. That's what I'm saying. The guys don't want to go to school. They want to play the sport. Mm-hmm. Don't punish the kids that want to go to school by taking the money that could have been available for them and giving it to guys who don't want to be there. And the guys who just want to play, give them a way that they can play, make some money, and then they can move on to the pros. That's what they want
Yeah.
to do anyway.
That's what I saw. I saw Dabo Swinney saying that he was like saying at this point, college athletes, school is the last priority.
Yeah, they don't want to be there. Like, and then
Yeah.
they turned it into like the baby NFL once they started doing this the portal. You can
The
just go to
transfer portal.
any
Yeah.
school now. Like that's
Mhm.
basically free agency.
Right.
You can just go to any school you want to now and just play. So I mean, like, this really isn't school anymore. This is like just do what you want to do and go wherever you want to go just so that you can get your eligibility so that you can go play in the NFL or go pro.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I have nothing against guys wanting to go pro. Because I mean, who wouldn't want to go pro? I want you to go pro. But at the same time, man, like, it's better ways we can do it.
And
It's a whole lot
somebody
better
else who
ways that we
doesn't
can
have
do it.
those pro aspirations is getting screwed out of the deal because they're now having to battle and pay, go into debt because of those things. Versus
Yeah,
these guys are going to come out signing, at least $1.5 million guaranteed if you're first round.
exactly.
So, there goes your debt. You didn't have debt to start out with because you went to school on a scholarship. But I don't know. I do see definitely what you're saying. School is not, college is not for the education anymore. When you got guys that are only there for a season, let's say
Exactly.
Kyrie played 4 games in college, and
Exactly.
then he was drafted the next year.
Exactly. He's out of there.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much money that they start throwing, but until these kids start to mess up, you're really going to see these crazy number of deals. $1 million for an 18-year-old kid just because they have
I
a
mean, but think
large
about it though.
social media platform.
Think about this though.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they could go directly to school. I mean, from high school, when the NBA was allowing you to go from high school to the NBA,
Right.
those guys were getting the same deals, if not better. They were getting endorsements and they were getting an NBA deal.
That's true.
So they're getting even more. So
Mm.
same age. I'm 17, 18. And now I'm a professional now, though.
Right.
I'm getting even more perks. I'm not just on the college campus. I'm a
That's true.
professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm viewed totally differently now. A professional athlete versus a student athlete, that's totally different perspectives.
Night and day.
That's totally different perspectives.
Yeah.
Somebody see Steph Curry, and then somebody see whoever playing in college right now.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. That's why it's funny that UC J.R. Smith is at North Carolina A&T. And I know the person that walked up there and was like, I know I'm not paired up with J.R. Smith today. Like, this dude went and was playing in the league for 10 years, and now you want to go play, like, college golf. He said he had a 4.0. But I was like, man, kudos to him for wanting to play another sport and expand himself and all that. But that's a luxury. He came out of high school, and that's something that a lot of people won't be able to have is be able to have that financial backing to then go and get a degree afterwards, pay for it. It's all good. You can play a sport. You can live the college life. I mean, he's probably not going to parties or anything like that, but
and see, that's what I was saying, man. Like,
yeah,
get the kids that want to go to money. Give it to them.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see because I mean, it's gonna catch up at some point. There's gonna be a ceiling to, you can't just give somebody that amount of money and expect them to show up and act like it did the next day, like everything's regular. So we'll see. We might see some more flips and some more HBCU movement as they play well next year.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we'll see it because you got to remember that Eddie George is up there at Tennessee State too.
And Hugh Jackson just went to Grambling. So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, these guys, they about to show out.
Man,
they about to put them back on the map. And now we're
Jerry Rice. There's a bunch of guys that have gone. You only hear about their pro career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't hear about them in college. That's because they don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah.
The guys probably do, but the media isn't going to talk about it because it wasn't Alabama.
You only hear
it wasn't a USC. It wasn't a Notre Dame. It wasn't a, Miami. It wasn't anything like that. So they're not going to want to talk about it.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, they're going to have to start at some point televising those games too.
Now, I have seen that ESPN Plus. They have them all. I mean, like they even have the very, very small black schools on there. because
Yeah.
like back in Birmingham, we got a school named Miles. It's on
Mhm.
in Fairfield where my parents are,
Okay.
and they're on there. So I'm like, man, if Miles is on here, like that's
Wow.
crazy. Everybody is on there. So
Yeah.
they are getting a little bit of exposure that way if you got ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
I have seen them taking a little bit more um well, I'm sorry, getting a little bit more exposure on
Mhm.
like ESPN, like straight up ESPN or ESPN2 as well.
Yeah.
Because I think the Celebration Bowl might be coming on ESPN or ESPN2.
Oh, wow. That'd be big.
Yeah.
They start
So, that's
televising
this weekend.
bowl games, and that, I mean, that's a lot of exposure there.
Hmm. So that's
Wow.
this weekend. So that should be interesting to see.
Yeah. I think Jackson State's playing that, right?
Yeah. I was looking at some tickets, man. I really didn't know. I didn't know that the Celebration Bowl was this weekend. And I would have been looked, to be honest. Like I was playing around, not paying any attention. So
Yeah.
I could have got some good tickets for a good price. But the resale on the tickets were like $200 and $300, man. Like for
Oh,
an
I was gonna say,
HBCU
is that what
game.
they're up to now?
For an HBCU game, they are going for
Wow.
$300, $300 and $400. I was like, man, that's crazy. It's good to see though, because I mean, like you go to some of these schools, man, they're charging like $10, $20 to get into the game.
Yeah.
So like that to see that a ticket can command that price, that is awesome.
A lot of news.
That's
Yeah.
good. That is awesome.
Yeah. That's. I wonder if that's gonna. Well, I don't know. That'll. I mean, that's school for the. Hopefully, money for the school they can use correctly. Now that's the other thing too. They
Yeah, man, that's the only other thing with the HBCUs, man. They always
whoever's over
misappropriate
that.
the funds. They always misappropriate the funds. And that's where we mess up. We finally
Right.
get something that we haven't gotten before, and we misappropriate the
That's why we can't
funds.
have nice things.
Exactly. People always like, man, what you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with
Yeah.
it? You gonna do like
Yeah.
him? You be like, no, 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 man, I ain't gonna do it. Then you get it, and then you sitting there, oh man, I did it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
what do
But
we do? Can we make it back? So, that's all.
yeah,
That's all. You see, Elon Musk is saying they'll accept, or Tesla is going to accept Dogecoin as payment for merchandise.
did not see that. That's crazy.
Dogecoin hit a weird. I got an alert. That was. It said like Dogecoin is up 7% in the last hour. I was like, what?
In
From
the
what?
last hour. Yeah.
Why is it just spiking like that? And of course, Elon goes in there and says like, oh, what would it be if I was just an influencer? Boom, Dogecoin just sparks up. So,
Dang.
I mean,
That's
just as
crazy.
fast as it went up, it went back down. But you see the power of people. I mean, like this, it went from 16 cents to 22 back to 15. And now it's sitting at 17 and a half. So, a little decent volatility, but man, Elon is up here playing with the markets. He's just doing whatever he wants to at this rate.
Already. You already know. You got any picks, man? We ain't got to that point of the show.
I got some. So I was actually looking at Callaway Golf, and that was when I got some options plays on. It's sitting at $21, and I saw some strike prices. They were saying there were 318,000 contracts that were bought at a strike price of 31.
Mm.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go with them, and you know what? The cryptos are going to be good too to get. Make sure you have your coins and all of that stacked up before the new year. So I'll use those two as my picks. The 80, your ADAs, your Cardanos.
That sounds good.
Yeah. What
That
you
sounds
thinking?
good. I got I had like 3 of them.
Okay.
Just because I had kind of just seen some things that was kind of cheap. All of these are very, very cheap plays. Everything is under $6 or right at $6. So everybody can get in on these plays. We got F sale, that's fuel sale.
Mm-hmm.
We got Express, the actual clothing Express.
Okay.
Then we got Rig, that's messing with the oil.
That's a good one too.
Those right there, like I said, a couple of them are right at $3. One is like $2 or something. One is like right at $6. So pretty cheap. You can get in, make you some money, get in, get out, make you some good stuff, make you a little profit right here before the Christmas season, and you know, close out the year right.
And well, the way this market is going, it's get your money in the house. Make sure you make your trades, get your profit, and get out of there. So,
Exactly. That's all you need to do, baby.
yeah.
You do that, man. You set up for success.
Yeah. Start the year off right.
Start it off right. That's all you got to do. And if you definitely want to start it off right, then we're going to encourage you to head over to hackthemarketstrading.com because you can set yourself up a premium account. That premium account is going to give you access to us. Giving you access to us is going to be a life-changing decision because we're going to be able to give you all types of analysis. We're going to give you all types of plays that we're taking, that we're thinking about taking. We're going to be able to analyze what you already have taken, tell you if you need to stay in or get out. We got education going. You're gonna definitely be smarter than what you were before. All that good stuff. Definitely follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, like the Facebook page, and subscribe, like, comment, and all that stuff on the YouTube channel. Get our videos out there to the masses so that everyone can understand what we have going on over here at Hack the Markets.
That's it.
Anything else you want to add though?
And everybody, give us a comment of your goal for trading in 2022. Where can we help you achieve it?
That's a good one. That's a good one. We got a free chat too, man. So join that free chat, put it in there. You can find that free chat. It's a free free way that you can join on the internet. Go on there on our you can go to the free membership. Free membership will give you access to the free chat. Of course, the premium will give you access to the premium chat. That's a whole lot better chat that you want to be a part of anyway. But hey, you know. Until next time. I don't think we're gonna be. What is next week? Next week is Christmas, right? Yeah, next week is Christmas. It's on Saturday. Next Saturday we got Christmas. So guys, we are not gonna be on next week. We are taking the holidays off, so we'll have Monday and Thursday off. So we hope you guys can sustain for a week of not seeing us, and when we come back, hopefully you guys have got even more money in your pockets.
Right. That's it.
But until then, we'll see you guys. When is that going to be? That's going to be the 27th. So we'll see you guys after Christmas.
Everybody have a happy holiday.
Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas to everyone, and we'll see you guys.